All right, this is the daily recap video for Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. Welcome, YouTube viewers, DoorDash drivers, subscribers, whoever you may be, to another recap video. The last couple videos, I keep forgetting to show off my only souvenir from the trip, this hat. I really like this hat. I picked it up at the Ford's Theater gift shop is where I found it. And I was like, hats are pricey anymore, especially at gift shops and places like that. But I was like, I gotta have that hat. It's cool. Anyway, on to today's dash. Get my notes pulled up here. I logged in. I woke up early and logged in at 5:50 in the morning, and I had to wait 20 minutes before I got my first offer. So I was sitting in the living room, I was watching something on YouTube. The last several dashes, I've gotten something right when I log in, and sometimes like a crappy order that's been passed up by other dashers. But yeah, this time I log in, wait 20 minutes. I get my first order, this 750, 8.5 mile McDonald's. I went ahead and took it. This was going to be the subject of the video today until I got a little bit later on the party orders, and the subject for today changed. But anyway, I got started out on this order. Well, let me back up. As soon as I accepted it, then my phone starts going off with the alert, like the sound my phone makes when I get a DoorDash alert, and also the little dinging noise, when I get a text message. So I got like 4 messages about the customer changing the address on this order. But the only thing is that the address in the text messages was the same address as what's already listed on the order. So I don't know why that happens sometimes where the customer changes the address, but it's the same address. No, it wasn't changed. And not only that, but it got sent to me 4 times. So it was like, boo, ding, boo, ding, boo, ding. I mean, my phone, it sounded like some kind of like bad concert or something, a terrible sounding concert that was playing on my phone with all these alerts and dings. And anyway, it stopped after 4 notifications and 4 text messages. And so I go to McDonald's. I was almost ran over and killed when I got to the McDonald's, and the channel would have been over right then and there this morning. I parked, get out of my car. I'm walking to the front door, and I mean, it's like one of these drive-throughs where you have to drive around the building to get in the drive-through line. And that drive-through traffic, I mean, they'll just whip around the corner of that building and they could care less if there's a car backing out of a spot or a pedestrian. They could just care. This black pickup truck just comes flying around there full speed, didn't slow down like whatsoever. I was only maybe like 2 or 3 steps from this. I was in the middle of the road when they were coming around that corner. I had started crossing before they started turning that corner, and just flies around there. Very nearly hit me. But whatever. I picked this order up. As you see here, it was kind of far. It was going down to Orient. I completely forgot. I meant to draw a diagram. Maybe I can still do one here. Let's see. I meant to draw a diagram and take a picture of it. Oh well, before starting this video. So see, another thing about this order was it was those text messages And so after I started on the order, went to the McDonald's and everything, looked at the customer instructions, this really lengthy customer instructions. I mean, she had what kind of car was parked in the driveway, what was sitting on the porch, what was in the sitting in the front window, that there was a fence between her trailer and the next trailer, and this and that, and really long instructions because I guess drivers had messed up going to that location before. And please excuse my I can't, I'm not an artist, obviously. Okay. So I pick up the food, I go to the customer, and this is probably going to be kind of tricky or whatever. But anyway, here in my makeshift drawing here, so I'm coming down the street, the last street before you get to the customer. So basically, and I just made up that address of 1500. That's just a made up number. But anyway, so these are trailers. Basically, so 1500 is going to be the address for all of it's a single row of trailers going away from the street. So trailer number 1 is right next to the street, 2, 3, and so on. So basically, GPS, the pin location was to trailer number 1. And if I was the customer, I would have worded the instructions differently, but all she had to put was, as you're approaching, GPS directs you to trailer number 1. And what you need to do is when you're approaching, as soon as you see that trailer, make a right-hand turn. I'm the third trailer back. Okay, that's all she needed to write. You didn't need to put anything about the car or what's in the windows or any of this other stuff. Because another thing too is it was still dark out. So that stuff's not going to be helpful anyway when it's nighttime outside. So anyway, but I could tell that I was probably supposed to turn in because I could at least understand out of the instructions that it was like the trailer number 3 back. So that's kind of where I knew that much from the instructions to turn in. And as soon as I made my turn, I saw her standing outside waving me down. So I didn't even have to get out of my car to make the delivery. And so she comes to the car. She was like real super appreciative and, glad I found it and everything. And I told her that her instructions were helpful. And she said, then she also, after I gave her the food, she showed me her phone and showed me that she gave she was going to give me extra tip when I got there in cash, but didn't have it. So she tipped extra in the app, and I'll show that here on the pay screen. And then she also said something like, yeah, I wish in the futures that I could just request you, contact DoorDash. Hey, have Joe deliver my order each time. He knows where I'm at. And so anyway, it was just, it was really cool, that exchange with a nice customer. And here's the pay screen. $2 DoorDash, a dollar peak. Again, just like the last couple days, a dollar peak until 11:30 in the morning. And $6.50 tip. And you see at the top of this screenshot, $2 of that was that she added, I think after I got there. So instead of $7.50, this paid me $9.50. And then after I got back to Zone, and then I got this. This longer message here. I didn't see that until when I sent my order delivered message. I didn't see this message until after I got back. She said I added an extra tip to the tip they already charged me from DoorDash to the car because I don't have any cash on me. I thought I did. I was going to give you cash plus what, you know, what's it say? And added an extra DoorDash tip, only $2 more because I'm poor, but that's still $6.50 tip. I think so. Good luck. Hope you find me. Oh, so okay. So she sent that message before I arrived. Okay. I see now. And then after I got back to zone, I saw this last message. Thank you for being an excellent dasher. Thank you, Joe. Amazing job. And that was just, that kind of made my day. I mean, that's, you don't, it's sad. You don't get this enough. Most people are miserable. Most people hate their lives. Don't get me started on angry, aggressive drivers on the road. It's just, the world is just full of hate. I mean, that's mostly all I see anymore around me. But you still get exchanges like this right here that kind of, at least for a moment, can bring you out of the dark reality of the world, if I'm choosing my words correctly here. But it was just nice to see, wish, like I said, wish more customers were like this. Then I guess I chose a wrong part of my zone to go back to. I went to where I normally would park in early morning, so I'm heading that way. But I get a offer, and according to this map, I think I did reach that area, but I got a order instead for the McDonald's that I just previously picked up from the across zone. So I went ahead and took this anyway. 625, 6 miles. The mileage wouldn't have been bad on it if I would have went to that area in the first place. I almost did, but I didn't. It just cost me like 3 extra miles on my car today. So, and then, so pick this up, pretty standard delivery. There's the pay on it, $2.25 plus $1 and the $3 tip for $6.25. So I'm at $15.75 after 2 orders. Next was a Meyer order. So that was just 1 minute later, $21.50, 13.8 miles. 7 items from Meyer. So yeah, it's going out east to Obet's, but this $21. So I'm going to go ahead and take it. And it's still early. So traffic shouldn't be too terribly bad this early. Here's the list. It's pretty standard, straightforward. Some coffee, some creamer, muffin mix, bacon, fruit punch juice, pizza rolls, and some Abreva. That's it. So went over to HBC first, went to the bathroom, got the Abreva, come back the other side of the store, shop the rest. I did get a screenshot of the time. So 8 minutes against a recommended 14 minutes. So then I dropped that off so I checked out at, or went to the checkout line at 7:33. Took me, 24 minutes to get over the customer, drop that off. $10.50 base pay, $1 peak, $10 tip. Great. Before 8 o'clock, I'm at $37. Then I'm coming back to zone. I get into that Stringtown Road area where I've talked about it many times before, you can get a string of bad declines, get stuck over there. The first one wasn't too awfully well, it is kind of horrible, but this actually isn't as bad as the next two. 825, 9 miles, but it's two pickups and two deliveries. So you're basically it's $4. It's two $4 orders basically, and just stacked together to make it look better. So decline. These next two are bad. 550 for over 12 miles. Where's this going? It's going past Hilltop. This is going, this must be like West Broad area here. I mean, my gosh. That's, 50 cents a mile, if that. And then the next one, same thing. The mileage isn't quite as bad on this one, but it's still almost 50 cents a mile. 550, 10.3 mile Chick-fil-A going clear out to Obet's. Absolutely not. So the three declines, and then I get this is at least better. I mean, this high mileage again, 14.3 miles, but this is for $15. So I went ahead and took it. Only 4 items. I head to Meijer. This was a little bit concerning when I saw the list. But you see on this screenshot, it only took me 6 minutes. But these anytime I see arts and craft type stuff, I get a little bit nervous, like this self-stick gems. And also the punch balloons. What do they mean by that? I have no idea what this is. Is it you talking about you fill these balloons up with punch? Or are you talking about liquid punch? Or are you talking about somebody taking their fist and punching these balloons? What is a punch balloon? Are we talking about a boxing bag here type of thing? Or I have no idea what this is. But fortunately, I talked about it a couple days ago with these Meijer orders. For me, they put the more specific aisle numbers. And so the punch balloons was, I want to say C1, I think. And I walked around the store to get the gems. I found those. Aisle number was right on that. Found it. And then the C's was like all the party stuff. And found those balloons, no problem at all, in the aisle they were supposed to be. So, only took 6 minutes. And that's with walking around the perimeter of the store. Because you had the first 2 things on one side of the store. And the other 2 things were the clear opposite side. And I still only took me 6 minutes. The pay on that, $10 base, $1 peak, $4 tip. So I'm up over $52 before 9 o'clock. Next, I get this $16. Now this one's only 7 miles, 7 items. Okay, I'm on top of it. And I figured, after I finished that last order, I was actually heading home because past 9 o'clock, that's normally, when I try to come here for break, get something to eat. I'm on my way home and I get this. I turn the car around, go back. And I pull up the list and it looks as though we're sticking with the party theme here. Subject to today's video, 2 straight party offers in a row. And these are the orders, these are the shopping orders that so far in my experience of doing this, that I can't stand these orders. Anything with flowers in it or party stuff, birthday cakes, cards, anything along those lines. Now you see here, I haven't even clicked arrived at the store yet. So I pull up this list and right away, okay, a single layer strawberry shortcake, okay, tricky. The only thing that doesn't look tricky here is the forks and plates. That should be pretty easy. birthday candles with spirals. That's the birthday candles. They can be in like 3 different areas. You're talking bakery department has candles over by the celebratory stuff. The greeting cards, there's candles over there. There's candles in the bakery aisle, the grocery department. And even though it may give me a specific location, it could still be in one of those 2 other areas. This next thing, very specific birthday card. I've probably talked about this before. My personal opinion, get rid of all greeting cards, get rid of it on DoorDash. The greeting cards should be like cigarettes. Customers can't order cigarettes on DoorDash. I don't think you should be able to order greeting cards. I'm okay with just say like a thank you card or a sympathy card where it looks as though I don't have to get one specific one. As long as I just get like a sympathy card, I'm okay with that. But once you start getting into stuff like this here with a very specific card, I figure I'd probably have like less than a 1% chance that I'd be able to find that card in the greeting cards department. And a fringe banner may or may not be tricky to find. And then here we go, flowers. And some flower that I've never heard of and can't even pronounce. Okay, there's going to be like probably a 5 to 10% chance that I just waltz right into the flower department and find this. Give me a break. So as soon as I see all this, before I even clicked arrived at store, I figured this is probably going to be a drop. I'm more than likely, I'm going to go to the hardest thing first, which is going to be the flowers and then this birthday card. And chances are, in all likelihood, I'm not going to find either one. I'm going to go ahead and drop this and I'll be at 99%. So I go back to the floral department. See, here's the problem. On the first picture, you see all the shelf tags, all of the prices listed on these shelf tags. It just says potted plants and a price. So, but I'm looking for a specific kind of flower here that I'm not familiar with. And they don't have the names of the different flowers on these shelf tags. Well, okay, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. But that means me as a dasher, I've got to look at the actual stickers or the tags on each of these individual things to find what I'm looking for. And that's an absolute nightmare. It was like that on this wall. And then the other picture I took was like one of the bins, kind of like in the middle of the aisle. Same thing. All you see here on these big tags is just the prices only. That's it. And if I want to know the name of each of these flowers, I got to stoop down and pick these up and find the tags. And it'd take forever. And there's, at this particular location, there's never anybody like working this flower department. It's not like Kroger, where in some other flower departments where you have somebody stationed in that area. And this Admire, it's not like that. There's nobody in that area. So I didn't find the flowers. I spent just a couple minutes looking. I wasn't going to waste the whole day, obviously. So I didn't find them. Nobody to ask. So I figured, okay, I'm probably going to drop this order. But I was curious about the birthday card. So here it is. Avanti Bulldog with sunglasses birthday card. Very specific card. You gotta be kidding me. You're asking somebody to walk through all these greeting cards and find something specific like this. So I go to one birthday card section. It's not there. I go to another section of birthday cards. No, they got a couple dog cards here, but not that one. I turn the corner. This is funny. And then I see this big, huge, bold letters Avanti. And almost all of these cards were animal cards. And there it is right there. You see it in the picture, second row down. There's the card where I thought I'd have like a less than 1% chance of finding a specific greeting card. I actually found that one. Who would have thought? But I'm still dropping this because I'm not going to be able to find the flowers. The cake is going to be tricky. All of it. It's just way too tricky. I dropped it. So 99% now for the next 100 orders. Then I was leaving there, and I think I had just left the parking lot when I get this offer. This is the same order that I just dropped. This is the same order, but this time they stack a Giant Eagle pickup on it. And for $24.50. So it was so basically the Giant Eagle was like $8. And so decline. Then I get, let's keep the Myers. And then now I'm, again, starting to head home again. And let's keep the Meyer orders going here. This time I get, okay, by dropping that first one that I would have spent all day on, and then they try to give it to me again, I drop that. Then I get something much better. $20.50, less than 5 miles. Yeah, it's got 17 items, but I'm taking it. Pull up the list on that. Thank you very much. We're back to a typical standard grocery shopping order, and there's multiples in here. Thank you. Thank you, whoever this customer is. It's actually a customer that I've delivered to several times before, actually. But thank you for not placing greeting cards, alcohol, or party supplies or live fish in your order. For this order. It's all grocery items. Thank you very much. This next screenshot took me only 12 minutes. So 17 total items. And you see in this screenshot, 12 different SKUs. So only 12 different things to shop for. It was all easy. They ordered a couple different Lunchables. One of them was out. I sent a picture with substitutions, and then the customer replied back, no, just go ahead and refund me on that one. Okay, so refunded on that order, shopped all the other stuff, easy as could be, 12 minutes, done, check out, and I delivered to a familiar customer that I've been to before. Pay screen on that. $7.50 base and the $1 peak, $12 tip for $20.50. Worked in this situation, worked out good. I dropped that previous order and got something much, much better. Next, I went ahead and took this. We're going out east, or wait a minute. No, this one was going to Darbydale. $13, 7 miles. So this is going to be a good offer here, even with including the miles coming back. So I went ahead and took this. Pretty easy pickup and delivery. There's the pay on that, $10 tip. So that works. I'm at $85. Today I was hoping to get a little bit over 100, my normal goal, because I stopped short of it yesterday. So just, maybe I'm kind of thinking $110, $120 ideally. So that was at 10:56. 10 minutes later, I get a decline. 650, 9.5 mile Wendy's going clear up to Green Lawn Avenue area. I'm not going up there at this particular time. This is the busy lunch hour. I should have no problems declining this and getting something better. So, and I did. So that was 11:06. So just I only had to wait 3 minutes, and I got something paying $3 more than that and 4 less miles. So $9.50 for 5 miles. Thank you very much, Arby's. Sometimes this Arby's can be slow, so I was a little bit concerned, but I actually didn't have to wait too long in there. Actually, well, it was a little tricky getting out of the Arby's parking lot. Overall, not bad. And this delivered to a senior living retirement home that I hadn't been to before. Didn't even know it was back there. It's kind of like near the movie theater. You can see the AMC here in the picture. Yeah, easy pickup and delivery there. Next was, oh, and there's the pay screen on the Arby's. So $3 plus a dollar and $5.50 tip. So I'm at $95. Next was this 1225 Sonic for 8 miles. Might as well say 9 miles. And I'm right near the Sonic. You see here on the, I'm trying to make my way back to the other side of my zone. And as soon as I got this offer, it wasn't hard at all to kind of like detour, make a turn. And like I said, I was right there at Sonic. So let's go ahead and take it. And this will put me over my 100. I get to Sonic and get in the drive-through line. There's like a car at the speaker, then another car, and then me. And at first, for about 3 or 4 minutes, I mean, this line was not moving whatsoever. And so I was kind of worried this may be a drop. But for $12, I was willing to wait an extra 4 or 5 minutes on this. I probably would have waited 15 minutes on this one. If anything like under $7, as soon as that 10 minutes hits, I'm dropping it. But this one I was willing to wait. The line finally started moving. I probably got the order around, it's probably like the 8-minute mark, 8 minutes, 8.5, something like that. And Sonic, you have to go through the drive-through, at least this location anyway. And then the pay on that. So you see, it took me over a half hour from when I got the offer to pick that up and deliver it. 8 to 9 minutes on the wait plus the time driving across zone to deliver that. $2.25 plus a dollar, $9 tip. And then I started to make my way back home, and I figured this was $107.50. That's close enough to the 110. Let me just go ahead and log off, and that should be good right there. So I log off at 12:05. Here's the dash summary. So it was 6 hours and 14 minutes total dash time. Active for 3 hours and 50 minutes. So not as much. You're talking about last couple days were 3 hours of downtime. Today was like 2.5. So not quite as bad on downtime. Only completed 8 deliveries to make the 107.50. So sweet. And went over on mileage, but just by 5 miles. I finished with 112 miles. And that 5 miles extra, that was I was right about 5 miles away from home that last drop off. So there's your extra 5 miles. Now at 2,731 excuse me, lifetime deliveries. Started the dash at 59% acceptance, now at 55%. little bit later, I will be later today. I plan to record my video I plan to schedule for Sunday on the what's it called again, the tiered level system of that's getting rid of the top dasher. I always forget what it's called. My screenshot here. Well, it doesn't have it on here. I forget what it's called, but anyway, I plan on doing that video. Tomorrow, I just found out just before starting this video, my W-2 called. They asked me if I could come in tomorrow. I said I would. So more than likely, no dashing tomorrow or no video tomorrow. So we'll probably dash again on Thursday. And that may be a short dash as well, because my wife is off work, and at some point on Thursday we was going to maybe go to a couple of car dealerships and look for her next car. So that's Thursday. But anyway, that is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and until the next video, drive safe out there. Thanks again. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Check out my other videos. A lot of good stuff, a lot of information for all things DoorDash. And we will see you at the next video. Thanks again for watching.